It's good. The Mona Royale.
The Mona Royale. It has
We're
been
here.
a minute. It's been a long time.
Definitely has.
It's been a few months.
Now we're back to back with it.
Back to back. And
Side by side.
And we are in a new location.
New location.
Actually,
How do we forget to mention? We are in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yep.
The city in the forest, they call it.
Yep.
Yep. The Peach Tree.
This is like the south of New York to
Wait,
me.
it's not Peach Tree State. Excuse me. Peach State.
Peach State.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, yo.
Yeah. It's the Peach State, and to me, it's like the south of New York. Like literally, almost everybody that I meet down here is from. Sometimes it be specifically from Brooklyn, but a lot of people from here are from New York, and it's just like, wow, like we all just migrated down here. It's just so crazy. But today we actually want to talk about something else. We want to talk about a topic that we think is important because it's just something that we've just been noticing a lot lately within our group of friends and our circle and stuff like that. And it's language. Mm-hmm. Language is how people are speaking to each other, communication, miscommunication, not being able to effectively use your words. So just stuff like that we see, and we have to be more aware of it because it's how we talk to each other shows how we feel about one another. Mm. You feel me? So even if sometimes like you can't even read how the person is talking, it's because they don't know how to communicate how they really feel. But I want to give an example. So one of my friends recently, I posted a video of something up and they said, "I hate you." But you know, of course, we know that means like, "Oh my God, I hate you." You know, I know it means that. But it was like, it's just like me and my boyfriend just finished speaking about that, and it's like, kind of took me off guard, like, wow, like, why did she even use those words, mm-hmm. you know? So, you know, the words that you use are very important. And yeah, I think it's really important. I think people really need to watch what they say to each other. You know, watch how they say what they say to each other.
Big facts.
And also, when it is happening, it's important to communicate that, like, hey, I don't like what you said. I don't like how you said it. And it's important for you to listen to the person when they say that, to be like, okay, well, I said what I said like this because I said it like this. And I'm sorry I said it that way. I'll change it the next time or the next time. You know, as long as you know, that you always have to communicate to them that it's wrong. So, yeah.
Right. Furthermore, with language, things get lost in translation all the time. When we travel, when we go to different locations, we're speaking English for the most part. You know, we're speaking English, and we're going into countries where they're speaking Spanish or they're speaking French, and we don't speak what they speak. So obviously, there might be a disconnect off rip. So the biggest thing is we have to get on the same page. That's like a universal rule. So how do you get on the same page? You begin to develop similar, if not the same language. So that means that you have to learn from one another and meet on middle ground. So that's why people learn English, so they can be on middle ground. That's why we learn Spanish, French, you know, Swahili, so we could be on middle ground with other people. Same playing field, I should say, same playing ground. You know, we want to level it out.
Right.
And that translates and corresponds to what we go through in our day-to-day life, like what Mona was saying, with the people around us. And Mona and I deal with that a lot. We have to learn how to communicate with one another. This is our first go around living with each other. We've never done it before. This is our first time. As far as this is our first time being in a relationship with each other. You get what I'm saying? So this is the first time for everything. We're learning each other. We're learning how to communicate. We're learning how to speak what's on our mind without offending the other. Or if we're offending, we're learning how to nip it in the bud right away so it doesn't linger and cause a moment to end up being a day or 2 days of being annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Or peeved. So that's what it's about, is communication and translation. And we gotta respect that. That's part of the process, getting on the same page.
Yeah. I'm over here like feeling really guilty because I also, you know, I do have a problem sometimes with communicating how I feel, not only to my boyfriend, but sometimes it could be my friends, my family, just any anybody, because sometimes I get really angry, and it's more. I feel like it's more so how I basically grew up, and what I used to do back then is not what I'm doing now, and I'm learning to translate that into being a better person, or a person who knows how to communicate how they are feeling and what they mean. So yeah, so and it definitely takes time, and everybody don't always know that you feel some type of way because of what they said to you, or what they said, or what you said to them. Everybody don't know, and I think it's important to always have that conversation with people, because you could, especially nowadays, like through social media, through text and stuff like that.
Things get lost in translation
no one,
all the time.
Yeah, no one, like when you're texting somebody something and it comes off a certain way, and now the person don't really know how you feel, like now you're like, what? And the person really don't even mean that, So it's just like nowadays you're not even calling each other on the phone, or we're texting, and it's not coming off the way it should come off, and now we don't understand what we mean.
So let me ask you now, that being said, what are some solutions that you can provide so that things cannot be lost in translation? What can we do to overcome that hurdle?
Is it for me and you, or you're talking about with other people?
Sure.
Sure what? So I'm going to say both. More so with me, I've been, not only have I been working on our brand that we'll get into later, but I've been working on myself. So, also reading up stuff online that, helps me like calm down myself. So I did Google one time how to not react fast or get angry fast. And they said, just take a deep breath. When things get rough, just stop, take a deep breath to yourself. Nobody gotta know. And whatever you was gonna say, don't even say it. You just, and that's probably a secret that I should never told him just now about what I do. But
so now when I see her, I'm gonna know.
I do that.
But time out. If it's like, let me ask you, if it's is that part of the exercise, or that means that like how? Nah.
First of all,
translation, communication, just trying to be on the same
even
plane.
If I was to sigh,
on the same level.
Anyway, see,
wow,
that's what you gotta do. So, and for other people, you guys can use that. Also, it's just before you say something, mind your words. That's what your mother taught you growing up. Think before you say something. That's important. Also, what I can say is don't get so angry about things, because in like 2 minutes, 2 hours, it's going to be like nothing ever happened. That situation is going to be a thing of the past. You're not going to remember it. It's not going to matter. So it's just like, forget about it,
And honestly, every situation is different.
Absolutely.
However, speaking on us, since we've kind of already used ourselves as an example, if something peeves us, it's usually something small that we drag out, and it just gets bigger and bigger, and it becomes a moment, then it becomes a bigger moment, then it's the day, and you're like, well, at the end of the day, I still live with you, I still love you, we still do everything we say we're gonna do together, you feel what I'm saying? I'm a hug and make up, you feel what I'm saying? One thing that Mona and I have implemented since when we were living in Dallas, if y'all remember from those TMR episodes back then, is that, I believe, did we talk about hugging each other then? I'm not sure. Oh, we didn't. But anyhow,
we tried, but we didn't succeed to have words,
right?
To have safe words,
right. Well, not the safe words. I was speaking on hugging. So like,
but I'm saying we talked about.
Oh yeah.
But we didn't have
so yeah, the safe words didn't really help, because like it's like we try to find a word that would be okay to use in a setting, and like better. But then
what was the word again?
When you think you're right, I don't know. When you think you're right, and it doesn't matter what the safe word is. The safe word could have been those damn cookies. That's the safe phrase. Or you're like, or those cookies aren't good anymore. But what you mean the cookies aren't good anymore? You know what I'm saying? Then it becomes that. So we just hug it out. Literally, we went like this. Because you can't even get mad anymore if you just hug somebody. Look. And this is what usually happens, honestly. She or I might fuss. I might be like, get off me, babe. Gosh, I love you too. And it helps. It boosts the relationship. It improves morale. And you get to take another step. Yeah. Everything that has gone on between Mona and I, we've taken another step forward. We didn't stay stagnant. When you stay stuck in that moment, that's when you go backwards. Mm-hmm. So it's either backwards or forwards, and we might as well go forward. I don't have anything to lose, but everything to gain with this woman. Absolutely. So it's worth the while. So language, communication, translation. That goes super far.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's what we wanted to talk about. Like we said, it's been a minute. That's a topic that was important, that was on our minds for a long time now. So we're just wrapping it up. Just, make sure you guys follow us. We have a new Instagram out.